Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 10 of Civilization 5 as France. We're on Emperor difficulty. I'm trying to get a cultural win, though I'm not necessarily sure that's how it's going to turn out. There are a few people that I'd really like to attack in order to take their stuff from them, Ethiopia being the main focus at the moment. However, I keep delaying it because I'm trying to get a technological lead on them, and ideally I'd like to be able to attack them safely. I don't want to build up some units only to have them just go and die on their first city. It would be nice if I could actually get a few ships over here, but I've got more important tech that I need to work towards. Troyes is actually starving at the moment, which isn't fantastic. So I would say don't work the chateau and actually work a food tile, and that would make much more sense. It's going to stagnate, of course, because we are in negative happiness right now. Orleans has finished the Musicians Guild. We can start building some zoos now, so we should probably go ahead and do that. Let's get a farm going up here. You have finished that mine, which is all good. Let's go ahead and build a farm on the grasslands. Cargo ship, you were trading with Brussels before. You may as well carry on doing that because it's always nice to have some money. We're not making a huge amount of bank at this point in the game. And that unhappiness issue is always a problem. We need to have a look around actually and see if anyone has any spare luxury resources they'd be willing to sell us. I haven't done it for a little while. There might be somebody who has something that we can buy. I would like to get into positive happiness before we... Oh, we've got another great writer. Fantastic. I would like to get into positive happiness before we start the World's Fair. That would be nice. Does anybody have any spare luxuries that they would be willing to sell? Hiawatha still has 2 coca, but he wasn't willing to give me a good deal before. What do you want for this? You want to trade for silver? Well, as nice as that is... You still won't... Wow, you won't give me a fair deal. Would you give me 9 gold... For 9 gold per turn? Wow, okay. Obviously, he doesn't like me that much. At least it sorts out the happiness problem for a little while. We can go and get a zoo over here in Lyon. We might as well just get them wherever we can. H.G. Wells, the writer of The Time Machine and War of the Worlds. I got that one right. Let us go and create another great work, I suppose. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get tourism. So, let's just have a quick look here. Do we have anywhere where we can get a... well, I'm going to look at the right screen at some point. We need 2 great works of art, really, to put in the Sistine Chapel. But at least we do have some tourism now that we've got. We can trade with it later if we can use it to get a better bonus somewhere else. Let's go ahead and get the farm on that tile there. We've got a few grassland tiles we could use. And in fact, this one is next to a river, so we can get a farm there at some point. It'll be good when we get fertilizer. And we'll hit fertilizer through on the way to dynamite. Because we will want to try and get artillery at some point. I've got 2 ways that I can either try and take Ethiopia safely. One is to wait until we've got... oh, there's compass. One is to either wait until we've got artillery, or try and do it with frigates. Enemy has been spotted near Lyon. Very annoying where these guys keep coming from. I'm not sure where the camp is. At least we should be able to kill them fairly easily with the crossbows. Before they manage to pillage anything this time as well, which is nice. Troyes has finished the granary. Getting the harbour wouldn't be a bad idea. That would get everything connected up. That could be really useful. But it doesn't have a lot of food either. So the lighthouse could be useful. There's just so many things that could be useful to build that we don't really have time to get. Let's start working on the harbour though. We've finished the market down in Paris. Again, still a lot of nice things to get. We know we're going to have happiness problems at some point. Let us get the national epic while we can. Go on to the next turn. You want me to give you straight up gold? I refuse. Do we need another city? And if we do need another city, where are we going to put it? I can't see any spots for cities that would give us anything unique or anything worth going... Because we've already got happiness problems. And the only reason we really built this 4th city was as the forward base to attack Ethiopia. We've got a great engineer. That's actually really nice. Now, are there any wonders that we could potentially build that aren't national wonders? At the moment, no. Are there any along the roadmap that we're likely to get anytime soon? Probably not. It's still quite early in the game. Right, okay, yeah. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my great engineer and I am going to put him into Paris and build a manufactory. We're on turn 191, so it's still early enough in the game that it will get a lot of benefit from it. And it means that if we need to start building more wonders in Paris, we'll have a little bit more production there. So I think that's the best thing to do. Crossbowman can go back onto alert mode. Yeah, I was really considering just using him to try and rush a wonder, but there really aren't any coming up that I need. We can also get another cargo route now, so we should probably do that as quickly as possible. I don't know whether or not we want to get another sea trade route or whether we want to get another caravan. There is another sea trade route we could try and work, or we could just get another caravan and use it for internal uses. We might do that. World's Fair. We don't really want to embargo city-states. World's Fair will pass anyway, so let's just vote against embargoing city-states, and hopefully that will not pass. Yeah, Hiawatha's getting quite big. I'm not too sure that we could actually get anyone to go to war with him. In fact, would you be willing to go to war with Assyria? Probably not. He doesn't like us all that much. No, you're not willing to go to war with Assyria. Would you go to war with Austria? No. He says he's friendly, which is weird because he wouldn't give me a fair deal on a luxury resource, which does make you wonder sometimes. He's not going to be an easy person to defeat either because he's got the Great Wall, so he's the last person that I want to start trying to attack right now. I could probably mount a defense if he went for me. But hopefully we won't find out too soon. We're working on astronomy, so we'll be able to get the observatory over in Lyon relatively soon. Embargo city-states passes, which I'm really, really disappointed to hear. Acoustics have been stolen, but we don't know who by. It was stolen from Paris, though, so we know we've got our counter-spy in the right city. Do we want plus two science from every specialist, or do we want great scientist earned 25% faster? Difficult one, because as we're actually going for a cultural victory, having scientists and great work people have different timers, different cooldowns. So I think the secularism is probably still better at this point, though, because we are going to be working quite a lot of specialists. We can propose something else. I would prefer to unembargo the city-states. That's really going to annoy Hiawatha, but, you know, tough. What are we going to do now with you? I guess we could try and get some more farms going. We could get some more chateaus. Obviously, it is nice that these jungle tiles do provide science, but we don't have enough people to work every single jungle tile. So let's go ahead and just work on getting a few more farms where we can. Cargo ships. So you were trading with Brussels, which you can no longer do. You can trade to Kyoto, though. So let's go and trade with Japan. Yeah, that embargo in the city-states is very, very annoying, really. Caravan. Should I send you somewhere for internal trade? And I don't really want to end up getting Hiawatha's religion over here. I guess I could do that. I could trade with Akwesasne, which would give me 7 gold and 3 science and only give him 4 gold back. Also, having that trade route might make him a little less hostile, but I doubt it. Got another caravan there as well. Again, don't really want to get any pressure from Tokyo. Might send you to one of our other cities with some additional production. So let's send you to Lyon. Again, we still have another trade route that we're not using. We may have to send that one up to Troyes and see what we can do with it. Catherine apparently plotting against me now. Again, hardly surprising. We do have a little bit of border friction up there at the top. Actually, do we have border friction? No, the borders aren't touching. Could be problematic, but I think we're going to be okay for the time being. Public declaration from Japan. We've met Kabul. I assume that's my my scout somewhere, is it? Is my scout out here? Or was that it was my trade route passing through? Pick that up. We got rid of the scout. I remember that now. We did that a little while back. We have finished the zoo. We should really start working on the World's Fair. Culture increased by 100 for 20 turns is going to be very, very nice. Plus the free social policy. The only person that's probably likely to be able to beat us realistically on production output at this point is Hiawatha. What are our other cities working on? Could we stop you on whatever you're doing and get you working on the World's Fair? We probably should. You're 2 turns away from the zoo. I will let you complete that. Paris is 4 turns away from the National Epic. I will let you complete that. No, in fact, Paris is going to go on to World's Fair, and Paris is also going to go on to production focus as well. Units needing orders. You were going to work on the chateau. Let's go ahead and do that. You finished the farm, which is fantastic. Let's come over here and... Do we make that a farm or a mine? It is on a river, so theoretically it should be better as a mine. You were going to Onondaga. Do we want to continue sending you there, or do we want to send you to Paris with additional production? Let's send you to Paris with additional production for the time being. So yeah, that tile was actually on a river, so it might be better using it as a farm and then building the mine on the hill next to it that isn't next to the river. We'll see how it works out. I really want to try and take out Ethiopia as soon as possible. We are 3 turns away from astronomy, but to be honest, we really need to get frigates and privateers before we can even hope to deal with them. Research agreement has been completed. That was with Catherine. We do have enough to get another one going. So let us go and try and do that straight away. She doesn't have the required funds. Very interesting. She's making 82 gold per turn though, so we'll check back in a turn or two, and she should have enough. Looks like these Ethiopian missionaries are taking a fair bit of attrition. We've still got the wrong religion up here, which is a pain, but it's not the end of the world. I can live with that. We've got that farm there. Let's go ahead and grab another farm here because we could. We can actually build a chateau here because this is next to a gold tile. Even though it's not our gold tile, we can still make it a chateau. Well, we'll still get the food from it anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. That'll actually be a nice tile. It'll be better than this one because it'll give us 2 culture and 1 gold with 2 food instead of 2 production. So we can basically get the 2 production, 1 gold regardless, and decide whether we want the production or the food based on what our city's focus is on. So that's quite nice. So we'll do that. I see that Ethiopia now have Inquisitors. They do seem to be playing a very pious game. I do wonder if they've gone down the piety tree. In fact, they probably have. We go and have a look at the diplomacy overview, and we look at global politics, and if we find ourselves... piety. He's got 5 in piety, 5 in aesthetics. Definitely need to try and sort him out. We've met Genoa. We've researched steel. Got 6 turns away from gunpowder now. Choose production in Lyon. Let's go on to the World's Fair. We're still in positive happiness. So, mine or food? It is only plains. But 2 food and 2 production would make it a relatively decent all-round tile. And then this one will just be a mine over here. And that'll give us +3 production on that tile. And then we've also got this Plains River down there. Well, it's obviously not as good as a grassland river, but we shall do what we can. We have got some barbarians around. Need a new automatic faith selection. We are going to try and move closer. Let's go and move on top of that caravan. Ah, we have a barbarian encampment. Well, at least we can hit these pikemen now. And we can start moving these guys over to go and deal with that campman. Swordsman versus swordsman. There's got to be another one down here somewhere that we haven't discovered. We need a new automatic faith selection. We could actually purchase universities with faith. Well, do that if you get the opportunity to. I'm not sure which city that'll be in, but if we get enough faith to purchase a university, that'll save us some production. At least that crossbowman will protect the caravan on this turn, so they won't be able to pillage the caravan. But they are moving into the city. That's absolutely fine, to be honest, because they've moved into bombardment range of the city itself. Let's go ahead and finish you off with the crossbow. and start moving down. We need to obviously protect our city from this camp. Little crappy place to spawn, but it'll be alright once our borders expand in that direction. Anything else around? No, let's go on to the next turn then. Unit needs orders. Have you finished that already? No, I think they just stopped because the barbarians were nearby. I often do that. I often automatically assume the work is finished and move them, and I'll leave like a half-built farm or something behind. So, looks like the war between Russia and Japan is continuing, although I think most of it is just some handbag throwing going on between the city-states. I don't think Russia and Japan are actually attacking each other directly. Wow, how many barbarian units are there up here? That is ridiculous. Right. Let's start trying to thin some of them out for a start. Because we'd like to get rid of all of these. We should be able to win that fight. We can actually upgrade these swordsmen. Not on this turn. That was a bit stupid, but we'll be okay. It'll be fine. It'll all work out nicely. We've finished that farm. Do we want to go ahead now and build a lumber mill? It's not a bad idea. There's plenty of tiles we can build farms on. So building a lumber mill there isn't going to be... isn't going to be the most stupid idea that I've ever come up with. One of them, but not the. Let's have a look around what else is going on. Not an awful lot. Hiawatha's definitely blobbing out. I think it would be very, very difficult to get anyone to attack him, and he's probably going to be our biggest problem in the long term, I think. Okay, so we can upgrade. You actually get a promotion. We are going to give you drill because there's a lot of rough terrain here. And we can upgrade you into a long swordsman. We're also going to use you to... well, you can only attack in melee, but you could also go after our caravan. So let's try and finish off one unit at a time. These guys should be okay. Lumber mill there. Oh, there was an update on the World's Fair there. I actually missed it. I can go and check the progress shortly. It's only 43% completed. We have put in enough production to get silver, so at least we're going to get the free social policy, and we'll get 500 points towards our next golden age, which will give us a golden age. Normally on higher difficulty levels you'd want to aim for silver, because bronze and silver just require you to hit a certain amount of production. So providing you can put that amount of production in, you'll always get the bronze and silver. But then going for the gold is more difficult because you actually have to beat everybody else. So unless you're confident that you have the top production, or you're willing to dedicate the top production to it, then it's a little bit risky. Not going to be able to wipe those guys out on this turn, so I think we'll just heal up for a turn or two. And we'll go on to the next turn. One turn away from gunpowder, then we'll be able to get musketeers, which is really nice. We've already seen one of the AI build Himeji Castle, so we know that somebody's already got gunpowder. Can't remember who it was now. Of course, we could find out from the global politics, so that's not too bad. It would be nice getting... I mean, cannons are useful, but getting artillery which would be much better. Still haven't decided whether the best way to take out Ethiopia at this point is via sea or via land. Let's go in for another ranged attack there. And we do have long swordsmen, so we won't actually win that fight. We could just upgrade these into musketeers, which we will do. And we'll make this a mine. There is actually an achievement for... a Steam achievement concerning musketeers, and it's one that I don't have yet, but I would like to get it. That can be a chateau as well, I believe. We're just going to build loads of chateaus up here. The achievement's called something like 3 Musketeers, and basically you get it by killing a unit with a musketeer while having 2 other musketeers flank it. So I'm not going to go out of my way to try and get that achievement, but if I get the opportunity to pull it off, then yeah, definitely we'll give that a go. So these archers are going to continue to fire at my archers. It's not terrible. My archers are obviously taking damage. Yep, we can build a chateau there. Let's do that. My archers are obviously taking damage, but we will fire back, because if we can soften them up enough, then the musketeers should do this fairly easily. The good thing about the musketeers, of course, is that they're 2 steps up from the swordsman, because it's swordsman, long swordsman, musketeer. There we go, and we should be able to heal these guys up nicely after that. You're going to go ahead... Oh, we could build a chateau here. do we want a chateau on the hill? I suppose so, because getting 2 culture and 1 gold is better than getting 1 extra production. And obviously when we get flight, it will make that even better. So we've just got over the 20-minute mark, but I will have 1 more turn, because, you know, this is Civ 5, and that's what you have to do. This is 1 more turn. And we'll see what happens. Austria is actually blobbing out bigger than I thought they would. Even though they've still only got 3 cities, they do seem to be having quite decent border growth. But there's a lot of city spam coming out from here after there. There's definitely a barbarian camp down to the south that we need to find and deal with. We will use this guy to try and finish these archers off. Luckily, they're only archers, so they are still quite squishy. But yeah, we're definitely going to need to look to the south. We'll just heal up here. A Japanese spy stole the secrets of astronomy from Paris. He's currently friendly. I am going to denounce him at this point, simply because I'm sick of him stealing tech from me. That may make him hostile. We'll see how things go. And I know I've just hit next turn again. Sue me. I just enjoy playing Civ. I record these videos now because I'm putting them out 1 a day, 5 days a week. I actually record 5 videos back to back for the following week. So this is the 10th video, and it's the 5th video in a row that I've recorded. And if it wasn't for the fact that it's like dark and I'm starving and need to get some food, I'd quite happily just sit here and play for another 5 videos straight through. So, you know, when you consider each of these videos is sort of 20 to 25 minutes long, plus I have to sort of start recording in between. It takes me about 2 hours to record 5 videos in a row. So, yeah, I could quite happily just sit for another 2 hours. Do we want to attack? Probably not yet. We're not at full health. We can wait a little bit. These guys I'm going to bring into the city and get them to heal up fully before we go in search of that other encampment. In fact, we've found the encampment. It's down there, so we can go and clear that out. But that is something that we will be doing in the next video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.